All right, underwater. I bet you can't guess where this movie is set. Just kidding. Okay. I think the biggest reference this movie is going to get, or the biggest, the biggest movie that people are going to compare it to will be Alien. And understandably, because it looks very much like the alien creature. And as of recent years, it definitely, in my opinion, pulls from movies like A Quiet Place. And this movie could have easily been planned and in production before then, I don't know. But it has the look of creatures like from A Quiet Place or Alien, The Cave, which is a really forgettable movie, but it just came back to mind because we're on the topic of similar theme. Anyway, I think this movie its biggest problem is that it doesn't really offer anything new. It's not original in any way. This movie gets going like immediately. Like it literally just starts like maybe 2 minutes in, Kristen Stewart's brushing her teeth, and then all of a sudden we are just like go, go, go. But I say that to also then say the movie kind of like just has really nothing happening. It's like it has stuff happening, but it doesn't really have stuff happening. So Kristen Stewart and the gang, they just put on these suits and they have to cross the ocean floor, and it's almost like a space movie, but underwater. But and it's as if they just want to kill through the group of explorists. I'm not exactly sure what everyone does. They don't really specify what everyone's position is, but we know that they're exploring underneath. And that's about it. We don't really get a lot of character development by anybody. We get very, very minimal with Kristen Stewart and the other actress that's in the movie. But for that, we don't really dive into the characters. Not that you're looking to have a movie with, the humanized aspect of it all. But I like a movie that can be both creature and, have, a story with the people. Anyway, as I was saying, this movie has a lot to offer without having nothing to offer in terms of it gets going, but then it kind of lags because again, it'll be like they kill someone and then maybe like a 15 to 20 minute duration of really nothing, them just kind of getting to the next spot and then another kill and then another 15 to 20 minute duration. So it doesn't really feel like it's happening, but it does, if that makes any sense. However, all that being said, this movie really it doesn't really have anything new to offer. It's watchable, don't get me wrong. I don't think this movie is going to be the worst movie you see. We're in January, and mind you, like I've said before, that January is notorious for being a really bad month for movies because it's like as if studios don't know where to place their film, and if it can't get, released alongside a much more anticipated film of the year, they just kind of throw it out in January, or it's a movie that tested poorly. So again, throw it out in January. Let's make a dime back, whatever we can. This movie, I would say, is above the January disasters. It's not an incredible film that I'm going to recommend fully, but again, it's not in the level and in vein of really bad January releases. The CGI is okay. I thought the creature was cool, but again, it's a creature we've kind of seen already, been there, done that. But I want to, pay respect to the team that have to work on making that look cool for the film, because there were parts that there was maybe one scene near the end that I was genuinely oh crap, that's pretty cool. That's really all I got to say. Kristen Stewart, who everyone dislikes, but I will always defend her, loved her again. I thought she did fine because she is the lead role and she gets the most screen time and the most character arc, if you can call it that. But I thought she was great. I will always love her. Don't give her a bad rep just because she had a franchise that didn't do well. And I understand she's been in other movies that maybe you've seen, but I think she's evolved and I think she gets better. Anyway, that's a personal opinion. This movie is watchable. Maybe not at the theater. You can check it out at home. It's good enough to watch on Netflix if you're bored one day. You don't have to rush to the theater. But again, it's above January releases of recent years. It's not the worst movie you're going to see. It could be a lot worse. And that's my review for Underwater. So see it, but maybe not at the theater, only if you're bored. Yeah.